lovers, what is going on, people? How are you? Happy Sunday. Yeah, I think it's still Sunday, right? Let me guzzle a whole bunch of water before we start. Hey, Larissa. Hello, Dana. Thank you guys so much for coming. It's lovely to see you here this evening, ladies. And like I said, I'm super thirsty. I was going to drink right before I turned it on, but I'm like, it's just one thing after another. I just got to get myself turned on to my live so that we can start chatting. So much to talk about, you guys, in the Justice Department. Okay, brain's going to start working. So much to talk about in the Idaho 4. I also wanted to discuss some Kylie Rodney. So I had texted my mods that are Kylie Rodney heads and asked them to be here. So, hey, Jen Riley, good evening. One sec. So, yeah, I get so thirsty when I'm talking, and sometimes I forget to drink my water, just like everybody else. That's why I remind you guys. Shannah's here and Sherry I. So happy to have some Kylie Rodney content from you. Oh my goodness, you guys. I like put a smidge of Kylie Rodney in. I feel like at least half the time. But I always want to put more of Kylie Rodney in. This Idaho 4 case is so freaking out of control. And I love having Shan and Larissa give their take on it because they're not following it so closely. At least you guys weren't following it so closely that I know of. But you are always Johnny on the spot. Seriously. Um, it's coming up on a year. Oh my goodness, that's insane, isn't it? Yikes. Yeah, August 6th, allegedly. So let's just go right there real quick. Because I know that you folks talk about Kylie a lot, and I miss a lot of it, unfortunately. Um, but my heart is with you, and I'm curious what you guys have talked about with Mexico, because I'll tell you what was going on with me this morning. I was swimming, which is really cool because that's when I get some clarity and it's just the best. Um, and Mexico with Kylie Rodney's case just came into my mind. And I know she allegedly had been on a trip to Mexico the week before she disappeared with Mags and Mags's tattoo shop owning mother, I think. And then Jagger had just driven his car up from Mexico and was wondering if that was going to get him into the um, Truckee Mafia or the Tahoe Mafia. And then there was the whole thing with um, oh, there's more. There's more of the Mexico, right? Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey Shan, I sent you an email today because apparently there is a Moscow fight club. Oh, great. Of course there is. I'm telling you, these cases are more like than we can see. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty much 100% sure of it. In my conspiracy theory opinion, allegedly. Everything I say is simply my opinion, simply for the sake of conversation, hoping to start a wonderful conversation with my super intelligent friends. Um, and every video I make is specifically made for YouTube and it's an entertainment platform. So, yeah, and you know what, Larissa? Sorry, going back to your comment about coming up on a year. I think I dropped my first video on her birthday on September 1st. I'd have to go back and look. I remember I opened up my channel like August 28th, and then it was a few more days before I made my first video. So it might have been September 2nd, but I think it might have been the first, which would be pretty wild. Because it's not like I was trying to coordinate that. I just had been trying to get off my butt for a very long time to start a YouTube channel, and finally, Kylie's case was putting some fire under my feet. Okay. Wait till I bring up funding surrounding Sarah Tahoe investigations tomorrow. Okay, I will not miss it. Bubbly Waters put out a video yesterday about it. So I want to highlight all these. You guys were already off to a great start. Oh, let me do my little please hit your like button. Do 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 do. And if you'll notice, I've got Gabby Petito's pumpkin. Come on, seriously, it could be. Share, subscribe, hit your ring your notification bell. So I really don't know if this is Gabby Petito's pumpkin, like literally, because my sister bought it in a thrift shop in the part of Florida where Gabby was from. But that photo where she's holding it, I'm thinking that it doesn't look this big. I haven't really compared, but I love it. You know, it's crocheted, and I can't believe my sister let me have it because she's a crocheting freak in a good way. So anyway, back to here with you guys. The Bubbly Waters just started her channel. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I am excited to because she's a wonderful individual who's always giving content creators content. And I, like many others, have had tried to encourage her to make her own channel because she's got such an interesting perspective on things. I'll give you a nugget. We're government funded over 600,000 on August 3rd, 2022. Interesting. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. So when you're doing an investigation on a case, and I don't know this from working for the FBI, I know this from uh, law enforcement, my family. When you are doing an investigation, timing is your most important evidence. That and demeanor. You guys know what demeanor is, right? You can Google it. We can talk about it. I spoke about it once or twice before, but these are your most important elements. Timing. So, talking about that freaking zombie trap, you know, the brain on the dumpster the night of the homicides. If it was the night before, or the night after, or a year before, or a year after, it would be entirely different. But it was the same night. So, timing is everything. They gave out 150,000 on August 8th, 2022. It's all about the money. Follow the money. I'd like to know what they paid into on August 8th. Oh, Shan, you've been digging. Lemonade stand. Shan. I think every city has a fight club they don't talk about. I think every city has a lot of dirty laundry, has an underbelly, has some money laundering. Um, you know, I saw this just on regular television, a documentary about how government entities make their shell companies so they can play with the money and then put it back before anyone notices. But sometimes people notice, or sometimes they can't put it back because it didn't work out so well. Sometimes they get arrested, but usually they don't. Um, all those lemonade stands. Did you see Sam's face in that video? I like the Sherry eye. Oh yeah, hit that like button, people, please. Looking for the unalivers. Follow the Bitcoins. Hello, Owen Gordon. I know I hate that whole Bitcoin thing. My goodness. And then Hex, is Hex a Bitcoin kind of thing? Because remember, uh, I'm wanting to say Kylie Rodney. Kaylee Gonzalez's father, Steve, was wearing the hat that said Hex on it, and people were wondering what that was about. I did see her face. Sammy got fucked up. Oh, you guys, I want to know what you're talking about. Nico just got here. Hello. Outdoorsy Life. That's a cool name. Sounds like you were right, Shan. Lisa says I can't hear you. Um, I don't know if maybe your volume's turned down because I think everyone else is hearing just fine. So check out your volume control button if you know how to do that. If you're on a laptop, it might be down in your lower right-hand corner. If you're on a cell phone, it's probably the button on the side. Um, I'll show you, Jazz. I'll show you tomorrow. Shan kicks some booty, girlfriend. And I'll send you pics, Lady Justice. Oh, cool. Yeah, send me the pictures. Text them to me, please, Larissa. I'm having trouble with my email, with my Gmail account. Um, SOS, you wouldn't believe the amount of money that's been given to the Idaho case. Going over the Idaho police budget has been interesting to say the least. Oh, you guys, I'd been meaning to go back over the Wazoo police budget because a while back I'd shared with you guys that I had discovered that the Wazoo sergeants were all making six figures except one. And if my memory serves me right, the one that was not making six figures might be Brett Boyd that had the kill shot. So I've been meaning to look that up. It's public record what everybody made. There was only one sergeant that didn't make six figures in the last year that they had posted, which is probably 2021, maybe 2022. And they were only making like 22,000 that year. Like, so obviously part time, or maybe they, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe they'd only been there for part of the year, but they were, if they were promoted, they, I don't know. Anyway, um, we'll figure it out, won't we? The volume on my stupid gadget makes me go off Bluetooth in order to get YouTube volume. Interesting. I know technology is rough and I'm getting so much better at it, and it's still just absolutely rough, in my opinion. I wasn't the one who busted up both sides of Sammy's face, but I did hear it was rumored it was coming to her if she went back to Truckee. Okay, so I just remembered what the other Mexico connection, that freaking alleged videotape of the lovely family Mexican party, blah, 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 with, Looney Tune Xaname. So why did she say that she had this video of this beautiful Mexican family party that was right next door to the Fight Club party, to the Kylie party? And then that video, nothing. Crickets. Crickets. And then didn't that woman say she was traveling up towards Spokane or something like that? I know some of us have kind of remembered vague recollections of that. So she's not welcome in Truckee anymore. Hmm. Well, I thought she was the queen of the town. Dolphins got her. Interesting. Laugh my arse off. It was the Lion King. What? Oh, you're cracking me up. What's that? The Lion King. You're making me think of like the what was that? L- Tiger King. Is that what you're referring to? The Tiger King? The Lion King? I mean, obviously the movie The Lion King, but that Tiger King crap, man. Why would effed up Truckee be hating on Sammy? She saved their arses. Um, Too funny. Oh, should I look right now? Where's my phone? Let's see. Her live yesterday was the bomb. Who's live? Who's live? Oh, CC. You got to watch CC. Okay. Yeah, I caught a little bit of a CC thing a few days ago because I saw that she was getting busy. Um, so let's see what these photos are. Oh man, can I show this? So this is from TikTok, you guys. Is that for real? Look at Sammy. Wow. Somebody, I don't know. Maybe she walked into the door again. Let's see. Thank you, Larissa. Yeah, I'm very curious to check out Cece. She lives right there in Truckee. SS said she was attacked by dolphins and the Lion King, and that's why she's beat up. What does that mean? Show it. It's real. Oh my goodness, there's video too. Okay, I'll check out the video. The dolphins got her. What does that mean? Like that must be code like for some gangs or something. Must be another one of those friendly fights. Good one, Katie Bug. I'm gonna highlight that. Um, Dana says, I keep pushing the send button before I'm actually ready to send my comments. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm glad that you're not having them redacted by the mods because I was wondering. I was like, what? What's Dina saying? Them friendly fights. Yeah. She said in her comments it was all a joke. She lied and made up who what beat her up. Yeah, that girl kind of has a habit of lying, you think? And then what is this video? Oh, I don't know if I can watch it with strong. Okay. Yikes. Stop. That's why I don't like TikTok. I can't stand these things that just like take over like little stop it. Okay, I'm just gonna turn you off. Um, I can't stand the ones that just keep playing. Like I just I'd like to have control over my devices. I don't want them to control me because they already do control me enough. Um, so yeah, thanks for sharing, Larissa. Um, of course she did Shan. She can't tell anyone she got beat up. She runs the streets, remember? Well, who was it? Was it MC? She's fake. Um, yeah, I run these streets. She did say that. Okay, so when you say she's fake, I'm thinking with artificial intelligence, like anybody could probably make that video, and the artificial intelligence has just taken over, right? More like the streets run over her. She wants people to like her. She's self-inserting like so many. Well, and she was like the queen of the universe last summer, and then she went to a giant university in Southern California. Starts with an I. Everybody should know already, so I'm not doxing anyone. But a giant university, probably, I don't know, I'm just gonna guess like 50,000 students roughly. And then she's like one of maybe 20,000 freshmen. So, she might not have been the center of the universe down there, is what I'm thinking. I mean, she's got it going on and she loves to like drop her pants and stuff. So I'm sure that she got a lot of attention, but probably just not enough attention because she has to be the queen bee. Um, at this point, there would be enough evidence to bring charges against her. It's a really good question, Dana. I mean, that's one thing that's really pissed me off about the Idaho 4 with the Kylie Rodney case is that with the Idaho 4 case, I feel like they're trying to pin it on this guy that it's looking to me more and more obvious like they're just trying to pin it on this guy. That's my opinion. That's the way I see it. And with Kylie Rodney, they're trying to pin it on no one. Like they're just trying to say, bad luck, wrong turn, right? What was it you said, Larissa? I love your wrong turn conspiracy theory. Yeah. Um, let's see. Careful showing that phone. Oh, did it show photographs of me and my phone number? Thanks. I know. I was thinking the same thing. You just can't be too careful, can you? Yeah, it's like a iPhone 40 or something like that. I don't even know. I think it's iPhone 21. I'm kidding. They only go up to 14. So it must be a 41, right? At this point, would there be enough evidence to bring charges against her? Let's see. Are these people so empty inside that they just fight each other to feel something? What a good question, Dana. What a very good question. Yeah. Squirrels on Fire mentioned the town that the university is in. I'll say it. Yep. Well, yeah, it was all over. It was all over the interwebs, right? It's all over IG and TikTok. CS Irvine is a shithole college, in my opinion. Well, I had a friend who got his master's degree in theater there, and he really liked it. But I'm not so fond of Irvine in general. Not my kind of town. I mean, it's pretty. It's like all spiffy and clean and everything, but it's a planned community. So It's like Stepford Wives is what it's like. And, a lot of people like that. I know people that love it. And I can see why they like it, but it's just not my kind of thing. 30 minutes away from there, Larissa says, yeah, we don't want to put that kind of information out. 30 minutes away from the moon. Sounds like it, Dana. Drink it, drug it, and fight all their reality away. Yeah, just to feel something. Right. I mean, that's why a lot of people with that do self-injuries, like cutters, they do it just to feel something. Um, or that song, that Nine Inch Nails song that Johnny Cash covers, Hurt. Um, I hurt myself today just to see if I could still feel or something like that. What gets me, if Sammy and Kylie were close friends, you'd be posting her as much as you post yourself partying. Right. They were like barely frenemies. I mean, they were definitely frenemies, but the friendship, that was in the coming months. They were becoming very good friends in the coming months. Remember, that was how she told it. Little nut job, her and her freaking lies. She can't even keep up with herself. Especially this close to her anniversary. Right. Anniversaries do weird things to people. Um, Anyone who's not familiar with that type of PTSD, whether it's the first anniversary, the 20th anniversary, any anniversary, can make your trauma do backflips, and you can have a completely new spin on it. It can be jarring, but it's also another opportunity for further healing and growth. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if some of the people that know some things, Mags, Kate, uh, who else? Um, what was Sunshine? These people, they might have a conscience and something might slip, especially if they get drunk. Those things have been known to happen. Um, Katie Bug, I blew up today on MC. She kept blaming people for doxing her. I had to remind her how I have screenshots of her put her own address in the Michelle Live. Oh, what Michelle Live was this? Michelle who? Word, Larissa, Nico, it shows and tells a lot. If Sammy and Kylie were such good friends, where's the pics and videos of them together? Right. I mean, not one. Except there's the picture that looks like it could be Sammy or Kylie. Maybe that's them together superimposed, the picture that was allegedly the last image of her, that still shot from that crap. Let's see. What are you saying, Dana? There was theory discussed at one point about biker club connections. Oh, that would be interesting because they don't involve government in their life at all. They deal with things themselves. So, something I wanted to look up that I haven't gotten to look up yet is kind of like the percentage of the population in Idaho that's not male, because in Alaska, you have like 90% men and 10% women. And I think that there's some similarities with like the final frontier kind of like caveman kind of mentality in Idaho that might mirror some of the lifestyle in Alaska. The best movie I've ever seen that really truly accurately represents the lifestyle of Alaska, because it's very mysterious and it's never really presented in media. Literally, I'm not joking, The Simpsons movie. It's funny AF and it's completely accurate. Let's see, where are we at? Daisy thinks her and Sammy are BFFs when it's really Sammy and Jackie. Oh no, not a Jackie, like the Jacks in Idaho. Now we have a Jackie and Truckee. Oh no. I think they're all fake friends. The fact that Daisy goes to one of those schools is interesting to me. Nobody says in the comments. Nico, right you are. Right you are. Katie, Megan doxed herself, her kids, her dad, and those kids she was protecting. MC Forgets. I have all of her videos. I think she's intoxicated, inebriated a lot of the time that she's on these videos. I mean, I don't know if she's ever done a pre-recorded. It's all lives. So she's going live when she's intoxicated and she's got a lot to hide. So that's a really bad idea, like recipe for disaster, right? Let me get caught up with you guys. Um, who is Daisy? Daisy's one of the friends. I think with the long red hair, is that the one that's Daisy? The one with the long face when you got all the dudes like this lined up, and then you got Daisy, and I think that's her. Or no, is Daisy Megan's kid? Megan's kid. I forget. I can't keep track. The live Michelle Sutton took down that I am soon putting back up, but just the MC part. So yeah, I missed all that drama with Michelle Sutton. That was unfortunate that she had all that drama. But I'd be very curious to learn more about that, Shan. Daisy Megan's daughter. Thank you. Daisy is Sam's alleged BFFs. Well, at the beginning, Megan was saying that she'd met Sam once, that they went on a camping trip, and then it became best friend, and then it became good friend, not best friend. And, it just changes all the time. The mouse. You guys probably saw Ninja Chihuahua's latest with the mouse. I love what that person is doing with their channel. The mouse is so hilarious. I have a thing for mice. Um, let's see. Sammy limits her comments to certain people. What made me even speak on her live was her laughing about a car that looks like Kylie's car in her driveway and said it would be funny to create chaos if I posted saying it's my new car. I spoke up. What an ASS. That is so effing disgusting. Like, what a disgusting piece of crap she is. I mean, I'll just say it because you guys know she's not my favorite person, but that is twisted. Like, she's worse than I knew. Oh, because I ignore her anyway. So did BK do it? Larissa, I honestly don't think he did. So let me say one of the things that I wanted to come on live to say tonight, and thank you guys so much for being here, is that the university is trying to destroy the crime scene. They're trying to blow it up. And the judge and the jury are the ones who need to make that decision of whether they need to go out there to look at it for themselves to get a better feeling for the case. And the university, if they do that, making themselves the judge and the jury, I think that that will backfire on them. I literally think that will make them look like they're hiding something. And if it destroys the possibility of the criminal defendant getting a fair trial, they're screwing everybody. So, yeah, they better not. But at the same time, I'm like, make my day. Do it. Do it. Do it. Where are we at? Um, yeah. So did PK do it? I love you, Larissa. I love just like let's get straight to the punch. So yeah, a lot of people think he did it. Oh, did you hear about the fire cams, you guys? I'm so glad you're here. So we just got the equivalent of the fire cam footage in this case a few days ago, and you won't believe it. It's just like stupid, grainy footage of headlights and cars from a block or two away around that time roughly like 4 in the morning ish, give or take. There's some before, there's some after. As if every white Hyundai that night had BK in it. As if there's not like hundreds and thousands of other people that live around here that are active at 4 in the morning on a Saturday night. It's a party school. I mean, get real, people. Like, you can't see anything, and all these people are like, oh, look, there's Brian doing this, and there's him doing that. No, there's headlights doing this and headlights doing that. It's so reminiscent of the freaking fire cam footage. So he did do it. I'm just kidding. I don't think Sammy had ties to the bikers. I'm betting most don't like her, but her friends do have links to them. Katie, do you mean when she said that the new car would smell like fresh water? Then has the nerve to say she wishes Kylie well the next day. She needs to go suck a rock. Suck my kiss. Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? Stick with this. BK is probably involved in a coordinated effort, but not guilty of red rum, in my opinion. So, Nico, I think you were there in my last video where I said, what if he was working, like doing a, like a drug sting operation with the law enforcement, and they had him plant the sheath and they tricked him by putting his DNA in it. What if? What if? Like, so what if he actually did place it there, but he's not guilty, is what I'm saying. Because, I mean, let's face it, this case reeks of, it smacks of drugs. And we know that that's a major factor, that that's a party house. That's where people scored. We've got Xana's mother, we've got Madison's father and stepmother. And then think about it, you guys. Xana's sister Jasmine went to Pullman. I think she still goes to school at Wazoo. And that's why her dad was visiting Wazoo for like parent weekend when he came down and changed the lock on Xana's door because she felt like she needed a new lock on her door, which is curious too, right? Um, let's see. Larissa, I agree with you. I still have my suspicions about that guy. Daisy is the blonde who likes horses. Today I blew up in the comments and even in Mrs. G comments. I don't know who Mrs. G is. Katie Bug, if you want to share. JD seems 100% involved, in my opinion. Well, right. I mean, they texted him or they called him 10 times, texted him one time or something like that in the last minutes of their existence on this planet. Like, something is up there. The last people that see or have contact with someone who's unalived are key witnesses, prime suspects, persons of interest. There we go. He's absolutely a prime person of interest. And, they've never straightened out his freaking alibi. And when the parents say, well, he came into our kitchen and he lifted up his shirt to show us that he didn't have any scars and we really didn't want him to do that, but, he cleared himself. Okay, like what? He cleared himself of not having scratches on himself, but why is he even doing that? Like, why is it even crossing his mind that he would be considered a suspect in something that effing grisly? Give me a break. The fact that that's where their heads went tells me everything I need to know. The answer is always in the question, you guys. Always, always, always. We don't need to complicate things. So we are already at 33 minutes, and I did want to keep this short. Told my mods that I would keep it short. But you guys are so awesome. I'm having a hard time keeping up with you, and I have all these things in my notes, and I need to drink more water. Let me drink more water and read up with you guys. I still think it was premeditated with Jack D. Yes, I'm missing a lot of good stuff. Let's see. Did I? Yeah. Let's see. He seems 100% involved. She's writing a book now, apparently. Who, Daisy, Larissa? Ninja Chihuahua. Yeah, we love her. She's so funny. She's so cute. And I haven't caught anything from Larissa lately, but I've been catching some of Shan's most recent, and she did a Ninja Chihuahua type just in the last 24 hours. That was freaking awesome. Larissa, have you been doing some content that I've been missing? I apologize if I'm missing it. Um, I don't think BK is the guy, and if they destroy that house, it ruins evidence and the ability for the jury to do their job. Exactly. T-Rev and us started a petition to not demo the house. Go sign it if y'all want to. Thank you for bringing that up, Katie Bug, because I keep forgetting. I put that petition in my um, community post a few days ago. So if you want to sign it, I'll put it in the description for this live too later tonight. But you can go sign it now on the community post from a few days ago if you haven't signed it yet. And thank you for letting me know that T Rev is who started it with you guys. That's so freaking awesome. Like that rocks. Um, and 100% wrong to demo the house. Well, and it speaks volumes, in my opinion. Over 2,000 signatures so far, Katie Bug. Yeah, I mean, we need like 200,000 signatures on there, in my opinion, because they'll just do what they want to do anyway, because they're the judge, they're the jury, and they got a lot to hide. I feel like they have a lot to hide. I feel like you got substances behind this, you got the OnlyFans behind this. Uh, Hard Truth has a theory about snuff films that might not be as out in left field as we would hope that it is. Um, yeah, Hard Truth says some hard truths, in my opinion. That was a Mercedes white car, not an Elantra. Oh, that's funny. There's kind of a big difference in the price tag, huh? Don't you go my stick in my Mercedes for no Elantra. They're trying to demo the house. Why? Well, because they have a lot to hide. Ann Taylor said she does not object to them tearing it down. Right. And that is interesting too, is it not? U of I says the community needs to move on. Yeah, sorry, that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Like, this is not going to just get brushed under the rug. It doesn't matter how big your freaking brush is, baby. Not even. And these families, give me a break, man. So they asked the families what they think, and then the family said, don't demo it. And then they said, yeah, screw you anyway. Okay. Um, Please tell me when and where you got the intel on AT. Um, oh, yeah, Ann Taylor's been saying that, allegedly. But that's in some old paperwork from April. Some of the documentation that both the defense and the prosecution communicated to the university, I think that it was fine with them, which, you know, it makes me think that maybe both sides have a lot to hide. I mean, uh, Katie Bug says 3 to 4 of the families are begging to keep it up until the trial is over, just in case they need it. Well, yeah, and demoing it isn't going to make it go away. In fact, it can like sear it into the imagination. Like, this might be a random example, but the Berlin Wall. I know somebody who grew up, was raised in East Berlin, and she said that, the day the wall came down, the walls in everyone's minds went up, and that they're stronger than ever still to this day. So I can see something like that happening. Um, Scarlett says, I don't think JD is involved. Well, then why didn't he like wonder what all their messages were about? And why did he say that he went home that night when he was clearly at the bar with them, sitting down having a drink? And why did he feel the need to show his naked chest to her parents? It makes me it makes me think that there's involvement. These types of things, like this huge of a crime, can't happen with one person, you guys. It just can't. You have to have a lookout. You have to have a coordinated effort because you have to know who is where. There's no way in hell it was one person that did it, period, in my humble opinion. Mm. And I think it hits a nerve because I just get the freaking creeps from JD. Especially, I mentioned this in one of my last videos, him kind of using Murphy as a way for him to get affection online, basically. I think that's gross. I think it's really, really in poor taste. Something a narcissist might do. Ah, hey, Jazz and Crude, glad I caught your live. Hey, Kathleen. This is a heavy comment to drop as a fact in a chat. Um, which is a heavy comment to drop as a fact? The thing about Ann Taylor? Um, as far as I know, it is a fact, but I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to or something else. If you want to elaborate, they released his emails they sent back and forth to each other in March, official from and court papers. Yeah, I'm here 100%. If you're talking Kylie, you know this. I'll stick around for BK discuss as well. So no, Michelle Sutton is writing a romance novel. Right. I knew that. I knew that. It's so weird. Okay. Where'd it go? I think some people from Sigma Chi is involved in the whole thing with the brain on the dumpster, and then Corporal Payne taking that call on Tuesday about the brain being on the dumpster outside of Sigma Chi that night and brushing it off like it was nothing. Like, no, that makes no sense at all. And then, we've got Buddy the dog. We've got all those coyotes that were being left on the doorsteps of the fraternities for months or even a couple of years. Like, there's some weird stuff going on in that town, you guys. That whole Church of Christ stuff and ugh, crazy stuff. Sorry. Even if the car crimes are not directly related, I believe they are because the town and the official police and government officials all acted the same. You mean the car prowlers, Dana? Because that's interesting. Yeah, the car prowlers, that's a big thing in that town. That's a big thing in a lot of towns. But yeah, I'm curious. People need to share the petition on social media far and wide. Yeah, Nico, I agree. Absolutely. And Nixta says, I don't know if you hit send too quickly. Um, I didn't mean to put car in that. Sorry. Okay. Even if these crimes, okay, thank you. So I'm like, car prowlers, okay. Even if these crimes are not directly related, I believe they are because the town and the official police and government officials all acted the same. Well, that's what makes me think it's like organized crime, basically, Dana. I agree, 100%. Um, I think it's a Sonata, Scarlett says. Dana says, I think that Ashlyn Couch um, and her brother are suspicious, and her brother looks like that Mr. Sock guy. I don't know who Ashlyn Couch is, and the Mr. Sock guy, the guy that was like showing up in people's lives and then dropping his junk. Too many interconnections between people in these two small communities and colleges. U of I and town has their own agenda. Squirrels on Fire says, be back. Gotta take Nova out. Okay. Zena, that's the email that I sent you with all the screenshots of linked descriptions about the police snuff and creepy films when I had searched MILF. Wow. Okay, so before I forget, you guys, I need to share with you a couple of things in my notes. So, you remember I was saying, I think yesterday or the day before, about how the number 4 is so prominent in the Idaho 4 case? And I left out a big one that may be related and may not be related, but I think that Kopaka ties into the Idaho 4. And he was also unalived at 4 a.m. So I think that's pretty wild. Squirrels is back. And Kopaka was passed away when he was 36 years old. And now we're finding out, if you haven't watched the latest Drip Drop, please do. And Shanndah and Larissa, I was wondering if you guys are familiar with Drip Drop because he's the bomb, especially his drops on the Idaho 4. I've actually contacted him and encouraged him to do Kylie Rodney. He would tear that up. Yeah, the clown with the like spider weird eyes. He's I like him a lot. He's really good. So I think you might too. I could be wrong. But what was I saying about um Koberger and Kopaka lived not far from each other in Pennsylvania. Koberger's the same age, I think, as one of no, Koberger's sister is the same age as Kopaka. I believe his older sister. Because I think his sisters are 4 years older and then 4 years older again. So 8 years. And Koberger was 28. Kopaka was 36. So wouldn't that be interesting if they actually had a connection there in Pennsylvania? I mean, it's a big state. I know that. And even in these small towns, it doesn't mean that they knew each other, but they could have. So, Rico on the West Coast, well, everywhere really. Um, and let's see, the Kopaka case is still open, you guys. That's crazy. That was December 15th, and we are now 6 months out, almost 7 months out. No, uh-uh. They're keeping that case open so that nobody can get the public records, in my opinion. That's entirely too long. There's no need for that. And remember, they said immediately within 4 hours of him being unalived that there was no connection at all. And how on earth could they possibly know that fast? They can't. That gives you all the information you need right there. I'm telling you, you guys. Some of this stuff is so obvious, it's insane. And then the gaslighting is just, we're all brainwashed into trusting what authority tells us. And unfortunately, we can't trust them sometimes. Nothing about that case makes any sense either, the same as the couple that went missing the same night of Kylie. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see. St. Marie's Hospital, you guys. The coroner at St. Marie's Hospital is Cody Funk, right? So, do we know if Cody Funk is related to Bethany Funk? We know that the Payne brothers grew up in St. Marie's. That's a very small town. I looked it up. It's like 2,500 people. 2,500 people. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody in a town that size. So interesting. Cody Funk stepped into that position in January of 2015. So that was 8 years ago. And he's still a young person to be a coroner. So I'm really curious, like, was he like in his 20s when he became the freaking coroner? I don't know, but we could probably call Chantel Funk, whose phone number is on the interweb when you Google Cody Funk, St. Marie Hospital Coroner, Idaho. It's one of the first things to show up. Chantel Funk, 208-818-1259. I'm wondering who Chantel Funk is. Maybe she got him the job. But it has the phone number right there on a Facebook link, 208-816-1259. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. So, what I think is really weird is how things are brought up in this case, like the Margaret Atwood photographs, right? And then dropped, like the phone that Koberger stole from his sister when he was 19 years old and just got out of rehab and was addicted to drugs. Um, Again, them digging up that information and putting it out there may have backfired because what they're showing is that the only thing that they can find him dirty of criminally is stealing his sister's cell phone 9 years ago. I'd say he's pretty squeaky clean if that's all they got. Um, so yeah. And that whole thing with him like scoring higher than anybody in the state on a standardized test in high school. I want to say I saw that on Midnight Radio, a short little 20 or 30-minute interview that Midnight Radio did with someone who said that he kind of grew up with Koberger. Not like best friends, I don't think, but friends, and he knew the whole family, and he was just like, "Yeah, this is bizarre." And he was the one who said that the criminal defendant had scored higher on a standardized test in high school than anyone in the state. It's pretty freaking big, really big. Wow, we're already at almost an hour. I better wrap it up, you guys. We all got to go night night. I think I got through all my notes. Yeah, I think I did. Let me finish up with what you guys have said here. Thank you, Katie Bug. Um, I love my background setup too. I'm so excited. I finally have a studio, you guys. This whole freaking year, I've had no studio. I've literally just setting up wherever I can, whenever I can. I mean, if you watch my videos, you'll see sometimes I'm just like in a corner in the mall, basically. I'm just anywhere and everywhere. I was like out in the field one time on Halloween last year. It was by my mother's grave site. Nothing about that case makes any sense either. The same as the couple that went missing. Okay, I read that one. I trust law enforcement as much as I trust the CIA at this point. Yeah, I know. Don't you love my FBI hat? It's so funny. I have like 15 hats and it's the only one I can find right now. So, oh well. It's not mine, it's my kids. It's funny, huh? I love it. Okay. There's a lot of funky business in Idaho. That's a good one, Dana. Yeah. And then you got to remember too that Dylan's mother uh is very connected with the university. She works for the University of Idaho. Um, let's see, in Boise. And she's been there for at least 5 years. And then who's the guy, the prosecuting attorney or the DA, is it Stanley Mortensen? You know, Nico, you helped me look that stuff up. Stanley Mortensen, is that his name? The what's his position in, I think he's in Coeur d'Alene. Um, Cody was also allegedly present the night, according to some YouTube wingnuts theory. Yeah, thanks, Nico. That was Justin who said that. And he was saying somebody named Fry, and people were thinking that he was talking about uh Chief Fry, but he was talking about a different Fry, maybe Steve or something like that. Um, but yeah, that Justin guy, what of just Amber says, I'm late, but I made it. Yeah, we were just about to wrap her up. Hey, Dan from Spokane. FYI, St. Marie's is pronounced St. Mary's. Oh, that's interesting. Like, why do they spell it like that? Thank you. Oh, just to confuse us non-locals. I think he is a coroner in Grangeville, Idaho. I thought I heard. Idaho County is what I saw online that he stepped into that position January of 2015, the Idaho County coroner. So that might be Grangeville. I'm not sure. One night when TNT was going over some information about somebody in the growing business, I believe in one of her lives got shut down the same way as Squirrels on Fire lives used to get interrupted and deleted, or SOS. What is, that's not Squirrels on Fire. What is SOS? I'm not even sure. Um, is that one that I'm familiar with or not? I'm drawing a blank. It did get shut down. Yeah, if people whip out their junk, it's gonna shut your channel down. I mean, it'll shut your live down immediately. What they're trying to do is get your channel shut down. But if you stop it and deal with it, then you'll still have your channel. You'll just lose that one video. Um, and actually, you can clip it out. If you can clip it out, edit it out, you can have the rest of the video, because I remember that Zav Girl was able to do that once last year. That phone story is BS. They already said the only thing Pennsylvania had on him was calling for a key after being locked behind a gate. Right. And again, 7 months later, they come up with this. And then I've heard people on News Nation say, well, yeah, if he's going to steal his sister's cell phone, then obviously he could stab 4 people. It's like, yeah, that's not a freaking stretch. My God. 9 likes and 75 watching. We need to hit the like button. Nico, remember you said that the other day? You said there's 2 likes, 44 watching, and then people were like, no, 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 there's a ton more likes. I don't know if that's like your system. Um, but let's see. When is your next live, Kathleen? I've just been winging it because my life has been so chaotic. Um, so I can't promise. I try to go live as often as I can. I try to make my videos as often as I can. So I try to do one or the other every day. I'm not getting it done every day. I think I skipped yesterday and it sucked. I was so tired. I had so much going on and I was just like, I got to do a video. And there was just no way on earth it was going to happen. But luckily we got this done tonight. So thanks again, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let me do my little like button. So let's get above 9. Let's get double digits. Um, Share, subscribe, ring your notification bell. Finish up with your comments. I can't help but think female body snatchers every time I see that FBI. Yikes. Kootenai prosecution. Thank you, Nico. Yes, that's the Kootenai County prosecuting attorney. Is it Stanley Mortensen? I think it is. And then the French fries. That's a good one. Good night, Jazz and Warriors. Rando chicken, squirrels on fire. Dana, squirrels on fire. Oh, is that what you meant when you said SOS? Dana, is that what you meant? Because I read it as squirrels on fire. Then I'm like, wait, I don't know what SOS is other than an SOS. This is earth shattering revelations. Um, it's all earth shattering as far as I'm concerned. This whole case is absolutely astounding. And yeah, it's completely bogus from the ground up as far as I'm concerned. It's a whole lot of effery. It's a cluster. And I think it's plain as day. I think it's as plain as the nose on my face. Like people saw this for what it was the minute it happened. These types of slaughters absolutely don't happen, especially in a well-populated area like that. It's not happening, but it did. So how? There had to be a lot of people involved. Um, Hi, everyone. I've been here first time saying hi just to say to Z. Hey, Rusty. I like your red, orange, and yellow hearts too. That's cool. Grangeville, yes, Idaho County, Spokane. I know Spokane. I have relatives in Spokane. I lived in Washington State for like 20 years. Don't go telling me how to say Spokane. I'm just kidding, Spokane, Dan. I've never lived in Spokane, so I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, but I think I'm saying it right. So that's how I've always heard it. My screen just went gray. My stupid phone cannot count. Oh, Nico. So there's a few more than 9, I take it. All right. Justice is on rando time. And I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult or one of those underhanded compliments, backhanded insults. Just don't know. I have no idea what rando time is. I have no idea what rando chicken is. I mean, rando, I think of just like randomness, like a rando dude. So that's like rando chicken. So I'm on rando time. So are you saying I'm just a rando? Should I be offended? I won't be. I'll just take it in stride and laugh it off. Just logged on. We'll catch replay. Oh, Annie Ruler, we'll just have to start over for you. Um, and Nico loves Rando, so that's sweet. Bye, you guys. Bye, Rusty. Bye, Rando Chicken. And is that why tarps were used? I'm at the end of this. Sounds naughty. Yeah, Annie Ruler, you brought up those tarps, I think, in the last one, and I haven't talked about them, but we should talk about them. We should definitely talk about them. I'll write that down for my next live. Hopefully, you'll be here. She was going over somebody that had a connection to Kaylee and Olivia. They were renting an apartment from him. She was going over the connections and it got shut down. Ah, but Dana, now I'm confused. Who was going over and it got shut down? Because I thought you said Squirrels on Fire, SOS, TNT. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. Mine says 58 watching with 29 likes. Well, that's pretty good. Like half is usually, but yeah, let's try to get closer to 58. If we still got 58 there, just move your little finger and hit that like button if you can. If you'd be so kind, please, please, please. Nah, it's no big deal. I mean, it's supposed to do something for the algorithm to like put it out more, and it's the whole YouTube thing, which to me is just weird. I would never do that to you, Justice. Aw, well, thank you. You know, you just never know, right? Um, and Sharon Kenny says, I caught it alive. It was a dumb joke. Sorry. See, the problem with texting is like when you're joking around, it's impossible. It's impossible. Yeah, I know we all have to be very careful with that. No problem. I'll watch replay. Start over for Annie. Oh, you're cute. It's past your bedtime. It is almost midnight. I will be turning into the pumpkin. Let's just hold the pumpkin for Gabby Petito. That's one of my favorite photo shoots of her with the pumpkin. But thank you everybody for being here, especially thanks to the mods and especially thanks to the Kylie Rodney mods that I had come in. I love you guys. You're the best. I love all of you. Sending you light and love. Take really good care of yourself. You know what to do. Eat right, get your sleep, exercise, drink your water, and just be kind. Keep your cool. It's easy, right? It's really hard. Just one thing at a time, right? Always for you, hit the like button. All good. All right, you guys, I'm signing off. See you next time. Thanks again. Have a great night. Take care.